Good morning, team. There are a lot of data which came in the weekend. One thing is GST collection. We had a second highest GST collection for month of March. It is 1,60,000 crores. And for FY23, these are provisional numbers, which is almost at 18 lakh 10,000 crores. Current account deficit also has narrowed in Q3 FY23. It was at 18.2 billion, which is 2.2% of the GDP. And for the 9 months, also the current account deficit has narrowed. It is only 2% of the GDP. It is because of IT and IT services and lower imports that our current account deficit has come down. This is very positive for our currency also. Our assets, dollar thing has improved. We are now touching about $578 billion as reserves. That is very good. Mobile Tarai data for month of January, Vodafone and BSNL, MTNL has been losing subscriber. Vodafone Idea has lost about 1.35 million and BSNL, MTNL has lost about 1.49 million. Whereas Jio has added 1.65 million subscribers. Bharti Airtel has added 1.28 million subscribers. Jio is the leader. And Jio and Bharti Airtel now command 70% of the combined subscribers in India, which is very positive for these two companies. Godrej Properties acquires land for a luxury residential project at Koregaon Park, Pune. It is a 4-acre land, potential to develop 7.5 lakh square feet with estimated revenue of 1,000 crores. Neyveli Lignite coal production was at 10.03 million ton. Offtake 9.9 million ton. Power generation was also higher. Capex was at 103% capacity utilization. KBB ties up with the SBI Life Insurance. EIH Hotel has acquired 40 acres of land on lease from Government of Andhra for construction, development and operation of 5-star hotel in Visakhapatnam. The lease period is 94 years. This includes 4 years of construction period. So post-construction, it is 90 years of lease period. Kansai Nerolac has acquired JV partner Polygel Industries, 40% stake for 37 crores. So the company is in construction chemical, adhesive and sealant. So this is very positive for Kansai Nerolac. SEBI has slapped a show cause notice on Royal Orchid Hotel for inflating profit by 167% in FY22. And post which the promoter has sold a 4% stake, gaining 21 crores is what SEBI judgment is saying. But I don't think it is very negative. Any big correction in this Royal Orchid will be an opportunity to buy. But we have better companies like Indian Hotel and Mahindra Holiday. That is where we need to concentrate. Gokuldas Export will wholly own subsidy. Has started one Dubai Free Trade Zone, one subsidiary. Very positive for Gokuldas Export. We even like KPR Mills in this thing. Boracel subsidy announces signing of binding share purchase agreement to acquire majority stake in Goel Scientific Glass Work Limited, leading manufacturer of industrial glass process system. Boracel would acquire 90.17% stake with provision to increase 100%. So this is a new, this is a very old company. So Boracel will have more capacity production and in a different line also. Nalco Utkal coal mine is ready for producing coal for its CCP. This would give Navaratna PSU much needed raw material. Maruti sales were flat, but it was better than what market expected. DCM Sriram informed expansion of hydrochlorine aluminum chloride capacity from 60 ton per day to 150 ton per day, including 15 ton per day. It is a bottlenecking of the existing unit in Broch, Gujarat. Coal India has produced 703 million tons of coal till 31st March, which is 13% higher, which is very good. Catholic Syrian Bank came with one notification saying that they have opened 700 branches in Noida, and they have said in last 3 years, every year they have opened 100 branches. In 3 years it is 300 branches. Very positive for Catholic Syrian Bank. Catholic Syrian Bank came with provisional numbers. Deposit was at 24,505 crores, which is higher by 21.39%. And gross advance was higher by 30% at 20,841 crores. Positive for Catholic Syrian Bank. And gold finance was 47% of the total lending. So this is also very important. There is a government website called Government E-Marketplace. So their growth is 88.1%. So they have achieved 2 lakh crores as a total this thing. So central government orders which were placed for buying was higher by 106% at 1,55,000 crores, and state government was 42,740 crores, higher by 35%. Karur Asia Bank provisional number, deposit growth was 11.9%, advance growth was 13.2%. Okay, not too great. Any growth above 15% will be very positive. That kind of growth we didn't see. Time Technoplast has received approval from PISO, Petroleum Explosive Safety Organization, for manufacturing composite cylinder for oxygen and breathing air. This is an import substitute, and this cylinder, the capacity will be double for the same capacity. So this is very positive. Time Technoplast will be a stock to watch. And we have seen all the defense numbers. I think HAL, BEL, Garden Reach, even Cochin Shipyard, all these stocks will be in focus. And banking stock also will be focused because the provisional numbers are showing something great. So I think Bank of Baroda is something we like. ICICI Bank also we like. So these are stock to watch out for. With that, over to you, Tim.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. हम इस कॉल को हिंदी में करके स्टार्ट करते हैं. हमने 3 नई कंपनीज पे कवरेज इनिशिएट किया है जो कि व्हीकल फाइनेंस स्पेस में है. और देखा जाए तो ये सेकंड लार्जेस्ट सेगमेंट है एनबीएफसी ईयूएम में, जिसका 20 से 25% है ओवरऑल ईयूएम में. सेगमेंट में देखा जाता है तो कुछ ईयर्स में थोड़े से पेन थे एसेट क्वालिटी को लेते हुए, लोअर कलेक्शन एफिशिएंसी की रिस्ट्रिक्शन था गवर्नमेंट ऑफ पीपल में. सो अभी देख रहे हैं हम डिमांड भी रिकवरी से आ रही है, इम्प्रूव हो रही है, तो हमें लगता है यहाँ से वापस इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी रिज्यूम होते हुए आगे बढ़ते हुए ग्रोथ जो है 12 से 14% ला सकती है अगले 2 साल में. पेंटअप डिमांड भी इंक्रीज होगा और रिप्लेसमेंट डिमांड तो रहेगा ही, क्योंकि रिजल्शन ऑफ स्कूल ऑफिस से स्टार्ट हो गए हैं और बस ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इंटरसिटी के लिए भी अच्छा है. तो अब जैसे मानसून भी अच्छा जा रहा है तो इंफ्रा एक्टिविटीज भी अच्छी हो रही है, तो हमने कवरेज इनिशिएट किया श्रीराम फाइनेंस पे, महिंद्रा फाइनेंस पे और सुंदरम फाइनेंस पे. सुंदरम फाइनेंस है. सेकेंडली टेक महिंद्रा में देखा जाए तो टेक महिंद्रा को चूज किया है एज अ पार्टनर वाईआईडी कॉर्पोरेशन में, जो कि फिनिश विद कॉर्पोरेशन कंपनी है नॉर्थ यूरोपियन में. ये कंपनी जो कि वेंडर कंसल्टेशन डील रहेगा, जिसमें टेक उनकी डेडिकेटेड आईटी सर्विसेज को हेल्प करेगा ऑटोमेशन बिजनेस में. और एज अ पार्ट ऑफ डील 20 एम्प्लॉय जो आईआईटी करेंगे वो टेक में ट्रांसफर होंगे एज ऑफ May 2020. तो ओवरऑल ये पॉजिटिव न्यूज है टेक के लिए. और यूरोपियन में देखा जाए 26% का रेवेन्यू टेक को कंट्रीब्यूट करता है. नेक्स्ट क्रेडिट कार्ड का डेटा देखेंगे तो मंथ ऑन मंथ पर रिलेटिवली लोअर थे 23 से, जो कि 15.9%, जबकि कंपैरेटिवली 16.7% आया में. मॉडरेशन क्रेडिट कोड देखा जाए तो ऑब्जर्व यूजर सेगमेंट्स में इंडस्ट्रियल क्रेडिट और सर्विसेज और रिटेल क्रेडिट में देखा गया. हमें लगता है क्रेडिट ग्रोथ थोड़ी सी मॉडरेटिव रहेगी आगे चलते हुए भी, क्योंकि एंड ऑफ FY23 में बेस इंपैक्ट के चलते हुए रहेगा और एज वेल एज बेटर कॉर्पोरेट जो है शिफ्ट कर रहा है बॉन्ड मार्केट बोरोइंग से भी. सो हमें लगता है क्रेडिट ग्रोथ 15-16% के इस रेंज में रह सकती है. और बैंकिंग फिक्स में हमारी कवरेज यूनिट्स में देखा जाए तो HDFC जो कि फास्ट रिवाइवल है पोस्ट नॉर्मलसी के बाद. सेकेंडली ICICI बैंक और थर्ड है फेडरल बैंक जो कि बड़का स्पेस है. वीकेंड में देखिए ऑटोज के नंबर आ गए हैं, तो व्यू को ऑटो कंपनी ने नंबर डिक्लेयर किया। इसमें टू व्हीलर सेगमेंट में हीरो ऑटो को अपनी सबसे फास्टेस्ट वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ देखा 15%। उसके बाद टीवीएस और लास्ट आइशर मोटर जिन्होंने वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ 6% का देखा। हीरो ने 15% का वॉल्यूम में दिखाया। पीवी सेल्स में मारुति ने फ्लैट वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ दिखाया ईयर ऑन ईयर और मंथ ऑन मंथ कंपेरिजन में। सीरीज फेस में अगर देखा जाए तो वॉल्वो को सबसे स्ट्रॉन्ग वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ था 35% के आसपास ईयर ऑन ईयर। तो ट्रैक्टर सेगमेंट में देखा जाए तो एक्सपोर्ट्स में फ्लैट वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ दिखाया ईयर। और नंबर्स नेट बैक थे और हमें लगता है कि जैसे एक बार इवेंट की रिपोर्ट्स आएगी तो हम और नंबर रिलीज करेंगे। तो हमारी इसमें टॉपिक्स अभी भी एमएनएम और आयशर मोटर के रहेंगे। नेक्स्ट देख रहे हैं अल्ट्राटेक ने रिपोर्ट किया है जो वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ 15% है और बेटर है अपने Q3 वॉल्यूम से, जो कि 12% है। ओवरऑल कंपनी सेक्टर के लिए पॉजिटिव है। एनसीसी ने भी ऑर्डर इनफ्लो देखा जाए तो 19 बिलियन था मार्च 23 में। अफेयर 23 में इनकी जो गाइडेंस थी 180 बिलियन की, और बेटर हमारे एस्टिमेट्स है जो कि 170 बिलियन के आसपास था। जीआरएससी के ऊपर भी एक अपडेट है, उन्होंने एनुअल टर्नओवर 25 से 50 का कर दिया एफआई 2023। कंपनी ने मेंटेन किया है अपने एफआई 23 का वॉल्यूम जो कि टॉप लाइन ग्रोथ 45% का है। जीआरएससी ने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट भी साइन किया मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ डिफेंस के साथ, क्योंकि 4 नेक्स्ट जेन का ऑफशोर पेट्रोल व्हीकल जिनकी 30 मार्च 23 में। और ये कॉन्ट्रैक्ट देखा जाएगा अप्रोक्सीमेटली 3500 करोड़ के आसपास है, और ये कॉम्पिटेटिव बिडिंग से उन्होंने ऑर्डर बन किया। ईपीएल अपोलो के भी वॉल्यूम नंबर देखे गए। वॉल्यूम नंबर देखें 6.5 मिलियन टन के आसपास, 6.5 टन के आसपास था, जो कि 7% हायर था क्वार्टर क्वार्टर में। अगर हाईएस्ट क्वार्टरली सेल वॉल्यूम्स है, और रिपोर्टेड सेल्स वॉल्यूम देखा जाए 2.3 मिलियन टन का है कंपेयर टू 1.8 मिलियन टन। इनकी जो नई फैसिलिटी है रायपुर की, उसमें से सेल ग्रोथ देखा जाए तो 1,66,000 का था। ओवरऑल कंट्रीब्यूशन देखा जाए तो हायर था स्लाइटली 44% के आसपास। बीएल के भी नंबर हम देख रहे हैं, तो रेवेन्यू ग्रोथ देखा जाए तो 15% हायर था। ऑर्डर बुक अभी भी 60,500 करोड़ का है, जो कि ऑर्डर इनफ्लो देखा जाए 20,200 करोड़ का। एक्सपोर्ट से हमें देख रहा था अच्छा खासा इम्पैक्ट आता है, देखा 40% का। एचएएल ने भी रजिस्टर किया अपना वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ के रेवेन्यू ग्रोथ 8% का, और ऑर्डर बुक स्टोर होती है 82,000 पे, बट इनकी जो ऑर्डर इनफ्लो है वो 26,000 पे है। आईएचसीएल ने कहा कि उनकी कंपनी ने डब्ल्यूटीओ छत्तीसगढ़ में एक नई ताज की ब्रांड होटल है, जो कि ब्राउनफील्ड प्रोजेक्ट है 152 लग्जरी रूम्स के साथ ये होटल उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया है नया रायपुर रीजन में। जैसे हम देख रहे हैं जीएसटी कलेक्शन भी आगे इस बार देखा जाए तो सेकंड हाईएस्ट कलेक्शन था, जो कि 1,67,000 इज द हाईएस्ट, और अभी 1.6 किया है। तो ओवरऑल अगर नंबर देख रहे तो 88.1 लाख करोड़ के आसपास का टोटल कलेक्शन अभी तक दिख रहा है 9 मंथ्स में। कार्ड में देख रहे हैं तो Q3 में श्रिंक हुआ है 18.2 बिलियन, जो कि 2% है। हमारे जीडीपी का 9 मंथ का भी अगर हम करंट अकाउंट ऑफिस दिख रहे तो नारो होते हुए दिखा है। ये करंट अकाउंट डेफिसिट नहर होते के रीजन दो रीजन थे, आईटी सर्विसेज और लोअर इंपोर्ट्स की वजह से हमें ये थोड़ा सा डेफिसिट है। सो ओवरऑल हमारी करेंसी के लिए ये अच्छा है और पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट है। अगर हमारे रिजर्व भी बढ़ रहे हैं, जो कि $578 बिलियन के आसपास था। ट्राई के भी डेटा नंबर्स आ गए हैं। अगर देखें तो वोडाफोन आइडिया बीएसएन में सब्सक्राइबर्स का ड्रॉप हुआ, जो कि 1.35 मिलियन और 1.49 मिलियन का। इसको बेनिफिशियरी जियो भारती एयरटेल है, जो कि 1.65 मिलियन और 1.28 है। जियो इसमें अभी लीडर हो गया पाक का। अगर हम कंबाइंड मार्केट शेयर देख रहे हैं तो जियो मार्केट भारती एयरटेल के पास 70% पूरे सब्सक्राइबर का पूल है। सो ये कभी दो पॉली जैसा हो चुका। गुजरात प्रॉपर्टीज में देखा जाए तो कोरेगांव में एक कोरेगांव पार्क पुणे में एक 7.5 लाख स्क्वायर फीट का लैंड पार्सल अक्वायर किया, जो कि 1000 करोड़ के आसपास का सील करेगा। एनएलसी की भी कोल प्रोडक्शन नंबर देखा जाए 10.5 मिलियन टन है, जो कि कैपेसिटी और इनकी जो कैपेसिटी से हायर थे। नेक्स्ट है ईआईएच। हाँ, ईआईएच का एक 40 एकड़ का लैंड पार्सल था, जो कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ आंध्र प्रदेश में मिला है। 94 ईयर्स के लिए कंस्ट्रक्शन पीरियड दिया जाएगा। सेबी ने एक फ्लैट किया शो कॉज नोटिस, जो कि रॉयल ऑर्चिड होटल्स पे किया है, बिकॉज उन्होंने अपने जो प्रॉफिट्स को इन्फ्लेट किया गया था 167% से 167 करोड़ का। टोटल 4% का इन्फ्लेशन में दिखाया, 21 करोड़ का उनसे गेन होता है दिखा, क्योंकि प्रमोटर ने स्टिक सील किया था। अगर इस न्यूज के चलते हमें अगर थोड़ी सी गिरावट दिखती है तो स्टॉक को बाय करना चाहिए, बट हम इससे बेटर कंपनीज बोलते हैं जैसे इंडियन होटल चाहे एमएचआरएल पे ही फोकस रखना चाहिए। नालको की जो उत्कल कोल माइन थी वो भी अभी रेडी हो गई प्रोडक्शन के लिए। सो ओवरऑल एक रॉ मटेरियल के लिए नालको के लिए बेनिफिशियरी रहेगी। मारुति की भी हम जैसे देख रहे सेल्स नंबर ऑल ऑफ फ्लैट थे। डीसीएम श्रीराम ने भी हाइड्रोक्लोरिन के लिए कैपेसिटी बढ़ा दी, जो कि 60,000 मीट्रिक टन से बढ़ के 150 किलो लीटर टन हो गई है। कोल इंडिया के भी नंबर्स देखे गए, जो कि 703 मिलियन से इंक्रीज हुए, जो कि 13% हायर है वाई के बेसिस पे। सीएसबी बैंक ने कहा कि उन्होंने एक 700 ब्रांच ओपन की है नोएडा में। 3 इयर्स में देखा जाए 300 न्यू ब्रांचेस ओपन की है, और इनके प्रोविजन नंबर भी आ गए हैं। अगर हम डिपॉजिट ग्रोथ देख रहे हैं 24,505 करोड़ जो कि 21% का है, ग्रॉस और ट्रांसफर देख रहे हैं 30% है जो कि 30,800 करोड़ का है। बेसिकली गोल्ड फाइनेंस कंपनीज इनको 47% के आसपास से इनका AUM होना है।
Technical and derivatives outlook. So post monthly expiry, we saw there was a strong recovery. We also witnessed a gap up opening and the market was up by 283 points. Nifty closing at 17,363. So net the Nifty has now moved above 17,200. So which poised for the further breakout. So we are looking at the 200-day moving average, which is close to 17,500. So now we believe this momentum should rally towards 17,500. On the lower side, for the entire month during March, we saw that 16,800 was held. So same, we believe that 16,800 will be the support for the coming week. So anytime corrections close to 17,200, 17,000 will act as a demand zone, and the bias will the stock specific long can be initiated at those levels. The larger range for the Nifty is 16,800 to 17,800 for the month, and we have a positive bias. As and when we see a weekly close above 200-day moving average, which is 17,500, I believe we will be heading higher towards 18,000, 18,200 step by step. But then first we need a confirmation of a Nifty closing above 17,500. Coming to Bank Nifty has seen a reversal above 41,000. So even the Bank Nifty is looking positive on start. Bank Nifty was the outperformer in the last session. So, and even the rollover data for the Bank Nifty was quite very strong positive. So with that, I believe that above 41,500, Bank Nifty is points for another 2,000 points rally on the higher side. Stock specific, Axis Bank and ICICI Bank is looking positive. To some extent, even Kotak Bank is also looking positive. Kotak Bank is from a trading point of view, but then Axis and ICICI can be viewed from the positional point of view. So we are positive on the market. The whatever the damage has to be done, I believe it is. We already see in the month of March. That should be a breather for the April series with a positive bias. Coming to derivatives report. This Nifty futures has seen a short covering to the tune of 3.16%, which was a decrease in 4.31 lakh shares. The put call ratio rise from 0.94 to 1.27. The major call addition was seen at 17,700 and 17,500 strike price. So that should be the resistance, and the put on the put front 17,000 and 17,300. So that should be the support. In Bank Nifty also, we have seen a short covering to the tune of minus 0.32% with a decrease of 16,000 shares. The put call ratio has risen from 1.08 to 1.23. This adds up to this trend. The major call addition was seen at 40,500. So that should be, and the same 40,500 is a put option. So there has been a straddle in the Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty net 41,500 is a higher side trigger, above which we're strongly bullish on the Bank Nifty also. Coming to sector specific, what we observe was Nifty, FMCG and Pharma are still looking very positive on the charts. PSU banks, specifically, we do keep saying that SBI, Canada Bank and Bank of Baroda are positive bets. So whenever there is a decline, we should be having a buying opportunity in these counters. Besides this, service sectors is something which is gaining momentum. So in the coming couple of weeks, service sector will see some good bounce on the higher side. In the mid cap space, mid cap 50 is looking positive. Private banks are looking positive. So we'll go with the sectorial view. Asian Paints is something which is because of the crude, it has turned weak. So it is looking weak on charts. Tipla and Auro Pharma and Pharma stocks, I believe we are going to see the continuation of the bounce. From the weekly time frame, there are two counters which are coming to the 200-day moving average from the weekly, which is Container Crop and Kotak Bank. So this can find some support, and there can be some short-term bounce can be seen in the counter. So we need to keep a watch on it. Lastly, in the FI data, so FIs on the index future on the this last session has seen a little bit of long position. For example, it was close to 3,600 contract. The net short is still 1,35,000 contract, and this long short ratio is at 11.20. So it's a so still it's very very far. So But net, I think we are in the positive trend, and we are looking for the bounce. So once we see us close above 17,500, we'll further review the further directional trend. So that's all from my end. I'll hand out to Vishal sir for more research updates. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, team. Good morning, sir. To start off with, first, we have initiated coverage on vehicle finance company. And I mean, if you look at what we are saying in the note is like, vehicle finance is the second largest segment in NBFC AUM pie, which comprises around 20 to 25% of total AUM. The segment has witnessed a pain in the last couple of years, but I think it has done pretty well in terms of collection efficiencies. And then going forward with the resumption of economic activity, the sector AUM is expected to grow at a higher rate of 12 to 14% over the next 2 odd years. Led by pent-up demand and the replacement demands, we expect, and then probably growth in the infrastructure activity that should do well for the sector as a whole. And if you look at, we have initiated on 3 stock in that piece. And in terms of our recommendation, we have a positive view on all 3 of them. But if in terms of hierarchy wise, if you look at what we understand is Shriram Finance is the first where we see an upside of 37% to a target price of 1,730. Next, Mahindra Finance, where we an upside of 25 odd percent, which is a target price of 290. And the last is Sundaram Finance with the target price of 265 with the upside of 16-17%. So overall, if you look at, we are positive on the sector, and going ahead, we'll update you more as and when monthly development that pans out in the vehicle finance as a segment. Next is on Ultratech. So Ultratech has reported a pretty strong set of volume growth for the Q4. They have done a volume growth of around 15 odd percent, and this is better than Q3 volume growth of 12 odd percent. So this bodes well for the sector as a whole, because Ultratech is the first company which has reported their volume number for the Q4. And overall, I think this thesis of the strong volume growth in the sector infra segment is doing pretty well. So that's again, in terms of numbers, it's panning out. That's what Ultratech has reported. We have a buy rating on the stock. And next thing from my side is on TechM. So TechM has been chosen as a partner by IT Corporation, the largest Finnish and significant North European construction company. And it's a vendor consolidation deal as going forward. As part of this deal, 20 employees of IT will be transferred, and this bodes well for TechM. It will strengthen its position in European region, which contributes around 26% to its revenue. Next is on auto numbers. So a lot of companies, they have reported numbers, and a lot will be doing it today and tomorrow. And then if you look at from a two-wheeler segment, the Hero Motor saw its fastest volume growth of 15% on Y&Y basis, follows by TVS and Eicher, which saw the volume growth of 6%. In PV space, if you look at Maruti, reported a flat volume growth on Y&Y and month-on-month basis. And in CV, Volvo saw a strong volume growth of 35% on Y&Y. And lastly, on tractor, Escort has reported a flat volume growth. Overall numbers, if you look at, it has been a mixed bag but I think once other OEM start reporting number, we'll gather more strength and or probably gather more sense in terms of how exactly the numbers are panning out. Though overall the base was again high in auto. In the sector, we continue to retain our preference for M&M and Eicher next to that. Next thing from my side is on a couple of order inflow which they have announced. First is NCC. They have announced an order inflow of around 1,900 crores, and this has beaten the guidance what the company has given, and this is positive for NCC. Next is on Garden Reach, again positive, which company achieved annual turnover of around 2,550 odd crore, and company maintained its momentum through FY23, achieving a top line growth, which is FY23 they have done a top line growth of around 45 odd percent, and the company has also signed couple of contract with the Ministry of Defense for the construction of new generation offshore petrol vehicle vessels, and then the contract is around 3,500 crore. If you look at the revenue growth has been pretty strong, and order win will further strengthen its order revenue or the execution in the coming year going ahead. Next thing from my side is on BEL. So BEL has reported revenue growth 15%, and they have reported an order book of around 60, almost 61,000 odd crore. And in this year, if you look at, I mean, like, order inflow has been pretty strong at around 20,200 crore. So all in all, I think it is positive in terms of defense, how exactly they are reporting in terms of, like, their order win and even the revenue growth. And the last in this HAL on the defense side is on HAL has registered revenue growth of 8% on YoY basis, and the order inflow has been pretty strong for this company at 26,000 crore, and they are sitting with a pretty strong set of order book, which is like 82,000 crore. So all three, which is like in the defense side, they were reported a pretty healthy set of numbers, and again the order win has been pretty commendable. Next thing from my side is on Indian Hotel. It's the largest hospitality company, announced a debut. I mean, they have entered into a state of Chhattisgarh with the Taj branded hotel, and the hotel will introduce HIL signature Jiva Spa brand in the city, and this is positive, and we retain our buy rating on the stock with the target price of 371. Next thing from my side is on APL Apollo. So Apollo has reported a volume growth which is like 7% better on a quarter-on-quarter basis, and this is the highest ever quarter sales volume reported by the company in FY23. And all in all, this is positive, and according to the management, sale mix will improve going forward, and this will rising the contribution of innovative product, and which we understand is positive for the margins going ahead. So we have a positive view on APL Apollo.